Welcome to Swag, some wisdom and gear from college admission leaders. Today we are joined by Jody Glassman, who is the Director of University Admissions at Florida International University. Welcome, Jody.
Thank you so much. I'm super excited to be here.
Well, great. I want to start by giving you an opportunity for your elevator pitch and why students should consider Florida International University.
So thank you so much. FIU is an internationally recognized public research university founded in 1956. FIU has grown into one of the largest top-tier public research universities in the US and has earned international recognition and top 50 rankings in social mobility, the International Business Program, and for our commitment to making the land and sea a better place by providing clean water, stable habitats, and for the support we provide our Miami community as well as communities around the world. We're a minority-serving university with a mix of students from more than 140 nations, and our global learning enables every student to engage with others to find connections among divergent populations. With nearly 200 degree programs, FIU is home to a College of Medicine, College of Law, and a School of Architecture. And in addition, we offer majors in high-need employment areas such as logistics and supply chain management, business analytics, disaster management, and healthcare administration, as well as having one of the only baccalaureate degrees in the Internet of Things.
Wow. What's not to love about all that?
I know, and add on our cruise ship design and super yacht design program in architecture.
All right.
I know.
Game on. Well, I want to just jump right into a lightning round of questions and let's start with a unique program offered at FIU.
So the unique program, so two I just mentioned was, because we offer a few, but we are the only school with an underwater research lab. But our most unique program has to be in the School of Architecture. We do offer the program in cruise ship and super yacht design, which is super unique.
Well, and I hope you get a chance to check out some of those designs. Get on the super yachts.
Yeah, exactly. And we have a Royal Caribbean training facility right on our North Campus.
Oh, cool. Well, how about a fun tradition at FIU?
Oh, I was trying to think of fun traditions because we have a lot of the, the regular ones like don't step on the seal. But my favorite one is the Trail of the Torch, which is the flame is lit on the first Thursday of the fall semester. And it makes its way through our campus, being passed from students to alumni to faculty and staff. And then finally the torch, there's actually a torch behind the first building ever built on campus. And that is lit, so kind of like the Olympic torch. And it's FIU's Torch of Knowledge. And it really speaks to the community spirit of FIU, and the torch is carried, and as it's going through campus, more people join the processional. So it gives a sense of community and that all people are welcome and all people belong here.
That's great. Hopefully not going through the dorms though.
No lit candles, no open flames.
All right. What about a favorite spot on campus?
We have a beautiful campus. It's very Florida looking, palm trees everywhere, kind of thing. But there is a place over by the College of Medicine, and it's a super green area. And we have a lot of statues and artwork on campus. And it has this giant sphere, and it has these swinging benches that are covered with covered picnic tables. And it's just so peaceful over on that side of campus and very tropical looking. So I like it over there. Yeah.
Good lunch spot.
Yes.
Let's zoom out a bit and would love to hear your thoughts on the greatest myth in college admission.
I think my greatest myth also has to do with a little bit of my frustration sometimes in college admissions, which is I have to go to a specific school to get into law school, to get into medical school, to get onto Wall Street, to be rich, to be famous, to be happy. There's not one school that does all of that for everyone. It really has a lot more to do with you as a human being, and what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So I always tell kids, you know what, you do you, and the school you go to is going to be perfect for you.
Yep, that's a great point. There's no one linear path.
No. And your internships, your volunteer work, your connection to faculty and staff will get you where you need to go.
That's great. What about one truth about college admission?
So it's approximately 41% of applicants do get into medical school. Not all of these applicants majored in biology. In fact, you can major in anything and go to medical school. It's about your grades, your resume, your letters of recommendation, your score on the MCAT. So the college search process should include what schools have faculty who teach, what schools have research opportunities for undergraduates, what schools have MCAT preparation programs and exposure to the resources you will need to earn the grades and the letters of recommendation and build the resume that you need to get into one of the professional schools.
Yeah, thank you. As students think about affordability and access, what is one tip you have for them?
Everyone should file a FAFSA. I really believe that. And I have so many kids that are walking into my office saying, oh, I didn't file one. We weren't going to qualify. But don't forget, there's always institutional aid. And so a lot of schools will use that and use what you didn't receive from the federal or state government to implement some institutional aid. But also for access as a state, I come from a state university. My entire career has been at large urban institutions. We do provide additional pathways to our in-state residents. So, keep that in mind, but all incoming students should look at, what other pathways there are to an education.
And fill out that FAFSA.
Great.
What about the best question a student should ask on a college tour, and what would be your answer for FIU?
I really encourage students to ask other students questions and to really focus on what the students are saying. And it's really funny because we have a lot of children of faculty and staff that come to our university, which is great. They believe in the education here at FIU. And I always say, you know what, why don't you come on tour without your parent? Because then you can ask the real questions. But I always tell them to ask, what is their favorite class? And then I always tell them to ask, what's their least favorite? Ask what somebody doesn't like about something, because I think there's an authenticity. Like, no place is perfect. I mean, our students will tell you they don't like parking. Like, parking is a challenge. And you need to consider that if you're going to commute to a campus and how you're going to navigate.
That's great. Thank you. Well, that is the wisdom. Now it's time for the gear. So we are going to reach into our swag bag and see what you have for us.
All right.
Another bag.
Yes, we like the drawstring bags. Those are great, being here in Florida for wet bathing suits.
Ah, good call. And there's stuff in the bag.
Yes.
A Panthers Ready to Roar hat.
Yeah, in Miami Vice colors, of course.
I like it. We have.
So that is Panthers in Spanish. So FIU is the largest, one of the largest Hispanic serving institutions in the country. Spanish is a primary language that we speak on campus. Also Portuguese. So you'll hear a number of languages spoken here, but we do have a lot of traditions from the Caribbean on our campus, including cafecito, where we stop and drink very strong coffee at 3 o'clock. But also we do Panteras, which is Panthers in Spanish. We are very connected to our roots.
Andale Panteras. All right, and we have some Panthers socks.
Yeah, the Tokyo Dachi Rory. Rory is very loved here on campus. He's our mascot. And so one of our designers made him a Tokyo Dachi, which, from video games. So he's super cute.
I love it.
I
And
thought
then,
that was
of course, the pop-up.
Who doesn't need an FIU pop socket?
Perfect. Hey, thank you so much. FIU has been generous enough to donate all this gear to an organization that promotes access and equity in college admissions. So we're grateful for that. Jody, thanks for the wisdom and for the gear. And we'll see you next time on the College Guidance Network.
Thank you.